Hey YouTubers, how's it going? Coming to you from the brand new Nitro 2019 Z19. I got Lowrance Lives units. This is exciting. But I'm still rocking the Tracker Vintage Boats hat. Love it. Last couple weeks we did some unique segments on tournament fishing. So if you haven't seen those, go check them out. They're at Forest Outdoors, and basically it breaks down just getting started into fishing, what the cost is, and how to move up, and what the cost is associated on running those next levels. Now I want to talk to you about social media and how to get started. So if you want to learn how to get started to create and manage your own brand, stay tuned, check this out. All right, welcome back. So, like I said, I have kind of made this up on my own. I've read online, I've gone to Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years of creating and managing Forest Outdoors. I've had a lot of failures, but I've had some successes. I want to share that information with you. This may not be the right way to go about doing it, but this is how I did it. Initially, 5 years ago, I knew I wanted to start recording myself and basically creating game film, as I call it. I wanted to see what I did when I fished. Do I catch a fish and I change the lure? Why did I change the lure? Do I make a right decision of using the right lure and staying with it and figuring out little niches of, hey, maybe this corner of the dock or maybe it's this type of rock pile? I wanted to learn from that experience. But also I wanted to share that experience with my friends and family. So my first couple videos were pretty bad. I didn't have the greatest camera in the world. I didn't know anything about camera angles or lighting or editing, or it was basically kind of stop motion segment videos, and I did it. I did it by myself. I taught myself, and I'm proud of that. So let's say you want to get into it. Let's say you don't know how to get started. Let's try this. Are you good in front of a camera? If not, this is a good exercise to test yourself with. You don't have to release anything on YouTube. You can create content for YouTube and keep it to yourself, but you have to get used to be in front of the camera or be really good at taking pictures. I've learned to get better at taking pictures, but I've grown my ability and taught myself how to better present myself on camera. So before we even get into a YouTube page, let's start out with the simplest one. And this is the one I had the most fun with starting out. Go to Facebook, create a brand new account. Brand new, nothing associated with your current name. This is basically your alter ego, your second account. Name it whatever you want. If you want to do Bill Outdoors or Bill Fishing or whatever you want to name it, it is your personal page. Justin Fishing, My Fishing, 316 Fishing, whatever you want it to be, this is yours. Start it. From there, you have 0 friends. So fill out the information, fill out the form, put a picture up there of whatever you want. You have 0 friends. Go add and friend any person that interests you. So here's what I did. I created Forest Outdoors. I went on to Canva banner. I created a logo. I saved that logo. I used it as my profile pic as well as my back page. I put a history, a story behind me. Didn't have a website yet. Facebook was my website. And I went out and added as many friends as I could get. So think about it. Facebook has a limit of 5,000 people you can have as friends. How quick can you get up to that 5,000? Basically what you're doing is you're creating a site, and everything that's going to be in that Facebook feed, if it's all bass fishing, if it's ice fishing, if it's saltwater fishing, whatever it is, you now have 4,000 to 5,000 friends that all they do is talk and share fishing information. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, that I now have, it took me a year to get there of just add, ooh, picture, add. But to get to 5,000 friends that, Lake of the Ozarks or Okeechobee or up north in Michigan, hey, here's what I did this weekend. It is picture after picture after picture after picture of boats, motors, fishing, lures, seminars. Oh my gosh, it's your own personal kind of fishing YouTube page. And the content that comes across is great. You can change and add friends and all that stuff, but that was the first thing I did. And I thought that was so cool. Once you've established that, okay, now you're going to spend some time to figure out, what kind of brand do I want to create? That's where it comes into creating a business page. Business page may be, piggyback of what your personal page is. It could be a whole different element of, I don't even know what you want to call it. So many ideas come to mind that pick one. Pick your logo, make your brand. It can be simple, it can be complex. There's different tutorials online to do that, to create a brand, create a logo, or you can pay somebody $50 to create one for you. You got to have a name though picked out. So then create your business page on Facebook. And once you create your business page on Facebook, then create your Instagram page and link those two, and then create your Twitter page and link those two. We haven't even got into video and editing yet. All you're doing is creating a group, followers, information, and maybe posting some pictures. Hey, I went to my pond this weekend and did some fishing. Hey, I went with my dad fishing on Lake of the Ozarks. Here's some pictures. All you're doing is sharing those same pictures that you would be sharing on Facebook. You're just doing it on your own personal page. That'll get you started. That'll get you on social media. That'll get you, maybe not a lot of friends. There's subtle things that you can do behind the scenes of inviting friends or sharing with that large population that you've just created. And I can share those tips with you. If you comment below or message me, I'd be happy to share those detailed tips with you. But that's kind of how I got started. I started with a personal page. I started with a business page. When I created the business page, then I created my Instagram, my Twitter, and once I did that, I saved a YouTube page that held my name, but I wasn't creating content yet. But that's how I got started. That's how I created a brand. I started a potential following 5-6 years ago, and that's where we are today with Forest Outdoors. So hopefully this initial step has been helpful. Hopefully it's going to create some value for you when you want to start creating your own content and your own social media platform, because now I can show that I have a following and I've got sponsored information, and I can capture data and analytics that I can share with those sponsors that says, hey, Forest Outdoors after 5 years can now hit 1 million people, or we can make 1 million impressions on the fishing industry just by supporting Forest Outdoors. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. That's where I'm at right now, and it's awesome. But I want to get bigger, and you want to get bigger. So this is a way to start out. You got to set goals for yourself. This is step one. The next segment, I'll show you kind of the features and the tools that I use to start a YouTube page, what my first camera was, what my editing software is, and I will take you into that next segment. So be sure to stay tuned. Thank you for being a follower. Thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button down there in the corner and subscribe. We've got some awesome stuff coming out. We want to share it with you. We want you to be a part of it. And as always, if you have those questions, comment below. I'd be happy to share you any information that I can, that I know of, if all you got to do is ask the question. So that's all for me today. Until next time, y'all take care. Be well, good fishing, and we'll see you soon.